Hey Fisherman, Aqua Duelist here, and today I'm showing you guys a just kind of, I guess you could say, random card here, but it's not so random when we really get into this discussion. This card's called Water Spirit. Now, if you did watch my video earlier this week, just showcasing the binder I have that's just full of all my texts and spicy, just spicy cards I played in Aqua Actresses throughout the years, this card was actually in there, and the thing is with this card, it's the only level 1 water Aqua tuner in the game and it's also a vanilla monster on top, or sorry, non-effect monster on top of that. So you have just the fact that it's the only card that just fits this description. It makes it really freaking unique, and you have a lot of things that can kind of go be played around it. So guys, before jumping this video, just want to say real quick, if you guys aren't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Really helps out the channel. Most of my views actually come from non-subscribers, so yeah, it'd be really awesome if you help out by subscribing. So right off the bat, like I said, this is the only level 1 water aqua tuner in the game, and it's also a non-effect monster. So what does this mean right here? Like, why am I covering this? Well, if you guys remember back in, I think it was, like 2017, I want to say around like the last 8 months we had links, or sorry, before we had links, there was a deck that was going around topping at some events, and it was Aqua Turbo. And basically what the deck did is it took Aqua, which is a really old, just non-effect monster from, I think it was, if I remember correctly, not Legend of Blue Eyes, but Metal Raiders, I think is when it got printed. Could be wrong on that, but it's within, like, I think it's from one of those two sets. I remember that much. And Aqua is the only level 4 water normal spellcaster in the game. And because of that, it had access to essentially a just unique support kind of around it, which actually made a really good rank 4 just kind of spam engine, which essentially lets you go into Bahamut Shark and make Toad. It was really freaking cool, and it was just such an awesome deck. But the fact that Aqua was a level 4 non-effect water spellcaster, and it was the only one to exist in the game, that essentially made it to where it had a function. It basically had a functioning deck, and just links came out. So obviously, people put the deck down because it was a rank 4 deck. So yeah, with this, it's the only non-effect water level 1 aqua tuner that exists in the game. And I quickly want to read its flavor text because it's actually rather interesting. It's one of the only cards that actually references the real world. Not many cards have that. So the card says, this ancient water spirit haunts the glacial monoliths of Antarctica. It has the power to seep into pores of any substance and chill it to the bone. So, kind of cool. It's got 400 attack, 1200 defense. And right there, because of that attack, and the fact that it's water, you can use Surface to special summon from the graveyard, and then you can use Salvage to add it back to your hand. So that's pretty cool. There's 2 cards right there that's really useful around it. So, because of what this card is, you have a lot of support just around it. Water has, like, honestly, is the one attribute I think with just like the most generic support. Then you have Aqua, which out of the 3, main kind of water types we have, which is Aqua, Sea Serpent, and Fish, Aqua has the most support out of all of them. So, like, you have access to Wetlands, which is pretty freaking nice. It's pretty cool right there. And, it's level 1 and it's a tuner. So you can essentially use 1-for-1 to kind of turbo this card out. You have cards like Tuning Barrier, which will basically just kind of protect it. You have really unique stuff right there. And because of the fact that, it's a vanilla, you have cards like Unexpected Die, Painful Decision, which essentially can just turbo this card out. Um, and then going back to the fact that, it is a water monster, you also can use Burns' Coral Enemy to bring it back. You can use, since Tuner, you can use it to make Needle Fiber. Needle Fiber can bring it out, so you can do some pretty cool stuff right there. And the fact that it's a level 1 opens it up just to basically synchro into so many, just much more. You're able to essentially get into lower level synchros, which honestly are pretty strong. You have cards like Formula Synchron, Herald the Arclight, I think that's what it is, level 4, Herald Synchro. You're just open to a lot of stuff here. I mean, and this thing, you can bring out bigger monsters essentially to synchro this with, and to go into, bigger synchros like, Whitewater Whale, the water, Emancipator. I don't know. I'm just going off synchros off the top of my head here. You guys get the idea. You're open up to just a wide variety of, monsters you can synchro into with this. And that's one of the things that's really nice, is because of the fact that I feel like a lot of tuners we see are mostly like around level 3 or 4, we kind of miss out on most of the level 4 or lower synchros, because usually, just being real here, level 7 and 8 synchros are kind of the most popular, I feel like, just throughout history. Those are just kind of like the synchros of levels we've seen the most of, just out of all of them. But anyways, I do think that this card for sure definitely can be abused. Like I said, there's so much just generic support around it. Now, can we actually get a functioning deck that can really abuse this card? That's something I want to try out. That's definitely something I'm definitely for sure going to be working on. Kind of behind the scenes. You guys might actually see some, or you guys will probably see some progress of whenever I do try to do this, which should be soon. I'll probably start doing it on my Instagram, which I'm gonna have the link to my Instagram down below in the description for you guys who want to follow that. I do think that this card is definitely something kind of worth looking into, and it's definitely something that just hasn't been brought to light. This card only had one printing ever, and it was out of the 5D's 2008 starter deck, which, that's like, I'm kind of surprised. Like, that's the only printing this card's had, and it's also not in really any other card artworks. The only other artworks it's in is, Tuning Barrier, which protects, essentially can protect this card. And then in the card Spirit Sculptor, this is actually the monster he's actually sculpting, which is kind of cool. And that was actually pretty recent. That was out of Rising Rampage, like a few years ago. So that's actually kind of cool, the fact that a card from 2008 has shown up in a more recent artwork. So guys, hopefully I might make this into a series with the Water Spirit, just see what exactly we can do with this. But anyways, guys, hope y'all enjoyed this video and, kind of brought some light to this card, because I definitely think it's rather interesting, honestly. Like, there's definitely a lot you can do with it. So, go ahead and harpoon that subscribe button. Really helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to harpoon that like button. And go ahead and drop any comments y'all have. There's just so much we can do with this card, and I would love to hear ideas. And link in the description down below to my Instagram. And I will see y'all in the next video.